Hey y'all, this is JR, one half of the R&B representative. Shout out to my sister Naturally Elise. And this is the 10th episode of JR's Motown Life. Now, the song that I will be talking about this episode is the Isley Brothers, This Old Heart of Mine. I love you. Yes, oh, ooh, yes, I do. Ha ha. This is such a feel good record. Oh my God. But this song was released January 1966. It peaked at number 12 on the Hot 100 and number 6 on the R&B charts. It was written by Hala Doja Holland and Sylvia Mo. This song was actually originally for the Supremes, but they ended up doing it after the Isley Brothers, but the Isley Brothers actually recorded it in 1965. You know what I mean? So, and then when you listen to this version, you can actually tell that I wouldn't have even gave it to the Supremes, to be honest with you. I would have gave it to the Four Tops because it was really more of their kind of style and everything that Holla Doja Holland was doing. So I would have gave it more to the Four Tops. But hey, they gave it to the Isley Brothers and it did what it was supposed to do. So you had Ron Isley singing the lead. You had O'Kelly and Rudolph doing the backgrounds, but then you also had the Dantes that kind of made the background sound more full, you know what I mean? Because you couldn't have them three. And I mean, you could have, but I think with this type of record, like I said, it reminds you of the Four Tops. You needed a full background, you know what I mean? So it sounds really, really great. You have Jane Jameson on the bass, you have Mike Terry. Who is playing the horn on this? Y'all know I'm a horn lover. If you are down with the R&B reps, you know that JR loves horns. And then you got Earl Van Dyke that's on the keys. Um when it comes to the Isley Brothers didn't really stay with Motown that long because they really wasn't given the respect that Motown. And what we know about the Isleys now, they are more of a band. They need to play the instruments and they need to really be involved. And at Motown, that's not how it went. You couldn't really be involved with everything. It was down with the Funk Brothers, and that's it. You even had Junior Walker and the All Stars, and you know that, and they really wasn't playing, the instruments. So it's kind of like that's the way Motown did. And another thing, how they didn't get respected was the fact that they didn't even have them on the cover of the album because they felt that it would scare away white buyers. Like that's the racism that we had to deal with. So when you look at the cover of This Old Heart of Mine album from the Isley Brothers, it's two teenagers on the beach. Like that's what we had to deal with back then. Like it's crazy. You know what I mean? But I always put the Isley Brothers and Gladys Knight and the Pips kind of in the same kind of thing because I feel like they didn't get the treatment that they really, really deserve because they wasn't in the in crowd. You know what I mean? And it was like the Isleys realized they got in and got out. You know what I mean? They signed with them. I guess they realized what it was. They got this hit, and they already had T-Neck in 1964. But after that, they was like, we out, we gone, and we doing our own thing, which was the smartest thing that they could have done. You know what I mean? But when you talk about Motown history, you cannot talk about the Isley Brothers with This Old Heart of Mine. Like it has that Holla Doja Holland, has the Funk Brothers vibe, and it's actually one of my favorites when it comes to Motown. Like I love this record. But speaking of, over 25 people remade this record. I love Tammy Terrell's version. I love the Supremes version, even though I think it was better for the Four Tops, but I do like it. And I love Betty Swan's version. Oh God, I love the soulfulness that she really brought to the record. You know what I mean? I love the way Rod Stewart did it in 1975. And I also love when he did it with Ron in 1989. It was kind of like a 80s type of vibe. You know what I mean? So I love it. But when you think of this record, you're going to think of the Isley Brothers. It's their joint. It makes you feel good when you hear it. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Like, it's just such a feel good record. You know what I mean? But hey, the Isley Brothers, like, we in and we out. And it was their thing, and they did what they wanted to do, and they took they behind the T-neck, and the rest is history. You know what I mean? But This Old Heart of Mine, great record. Hopefully, y'all got a little bit of a background and all that. And I will see y'all on the next episode of JR's Motown Life. Peace.